Hi, welcome back. It's Jessica TV, and today we're talking about the power of the right words. Lately, I've been obsessed with this concept of magic words that you can use day to day life. Think of it as having a cheat code for just day to day conversations. In certain situations, having the right words to say can change absolutely everything. So here are some magic words you can use. The first one, which I think is super simple, you can use it every day. Use people's names, especially when you're talking to them. Even if you just meet them, put their names into the conversation. First, it helps you remember their name. And then, second, people are just biologically programmed to pay attention to the sound of their name. The best way to use it, say their name before you make your point. They'll be locked in. This next magic word I feel like I use almost every day, but it's because my niece never wants to leave grandma's house. Never. Can't make her. It's like pulling teeth. But when I say these magic words, you can't come back if you don't leave. It works every time. This one you can use if you're at a work meeting and you're just trying to get through the agenda, but too many people have things to say. They all want to put their 2 cents. Say something like, oh, those are great ideas, but for the sake of time, and then get back to your whatever the bullets on your agenda for that day. It really helps just move things along. So for the sake of time, and then move along. My favorite way to say no is saying, I'm just not in the position to do that. It kind of stops people in their tracks. Like, they immediately think she would if she could, but she can't. And I can't ask her why she can't. So they're often like stunned into silence. So yeah, use that one. I'm just not in a position to do that. If someone asks me to make a decision that I don't want to make, or maybe I just don't care, I'll use this magic word. I trust your judgment. This gives the other person like a boost, and it keeps me out of it, so I don't have to make any decisions at all. Which, win-win. Ooh, this one's good for retail. If you're like working in retail, say, sorry, it's my first day. Works every time. Does it have to be your first day? Nope. It can be your second day. It could be your third day. It could be your first week. It could be your first month. It could be your first year. Just say, use that magic words, and you'll see the customer attitude change like a switch. Try it. I never say sorry to bother you and then ask somebody for a favor, because it's like, why are you bothering me? So instead, I'll use the magic words. I know your time is valuable, so I'll make this quick. It gives them a compliment, and then it makes them more inclined to say yes to whatever favor you're going to ask them. These next ones are for like the hospital or maybe insurance purposes, so I'm going to read it to you. It goes, if you aren't feeling seen or heard at the doctor and you want them to do a specific test or a specific scan and they say no, say these magic words. I'd like to get it noted in my charts that I requested X, Y, Z, and you refused. Why this works. Well, basically, this will get you action 9 times out of 10. They're afraid that the lawsuits, especially like with when you make that statement, could be used as evidence down the line if something goes horribly wrong that could have been avoided had they just done the test. And it's a good one to use. It works. And with insurance, if you tell them these magic words, I did not authorize this test. I did not authorize this procedure. You can get out of some medical bills just by doing that, especially if they're like billed out of network, taken care of. You'll see. When kind of change gears a little bit, every human spends hours of their lives getting caught up in like negative self-talk or gossip. But imagine if you took that same time and dedicated it to like daily affirmations or saying your goals out loud or manifesting your dreams. Words are so incredibly powerful. They can either liberate you or imprison you. So choose them wisely. And the last thing I want to share is my job. I do magic shows. And the running joke is that I learned magic yesterday and I need help from the audience to make it work. My favorite part is when I ask the audience, does anybody know a magic word? And like they'll raise their hands. I normally get the classics, for example, like abracadabra or bippity boppity boop. But today, the sweetest little girl with like soft spoken voice, she raised her hand and I called her and like, yeah, you. She's like, please. It absolutely melted my heart. And you know what? She's right. You'd be surprised how much people are willing to do for you if you just ask nicely and add please. Magic words do exist. So even saying someone's name in conversation can work like magic. People love hearing the sound of their own name. It makes them feel seen, it makes them feel heard, it makes them feel valued. Use it intentionally, whether it's in relationships, friendships, or even at work. And here's my last tip. Instead of saying thank you so much, which is great to be grateful and have gratitude every day, but try saying, I love the way you. It just feels so much more personal. It feels genuine, and it makes the other person want to do it even more. Words shape our world. So speak with kindness, speak with intention, and speak with love. Watch the magic unfold. Thank you guys for tuning into Jessica TV. I hope to see you here next week.